Thank you very much, Apostolos. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Thank you very much for inviting me, and apologies for not being able to be there with you. As you mentioned, my interest in technology has to do mostly with issues of control. So I suppose I will be perhaps more critical of the use of technology in the role of migration crisis than optimistic. Or at least these are the aspects that I have been able to access in my research. I have looked through, for example, of the Dublin Agreement, especially the UTAC system, the fingerprinting of migrants, and the EU's hotspots approach, for example. And I think is problematic in this context is that basically technology seems to be the part of European cooperation when it comes to Dublin, which is working in a sense that large groups of people are being sort of controlled with the help of technology and in a sense prevented from moving within Europe, while the other part of the Dublin Agreement, which was supposed to be sort of helping the technology, which is solidarity and shared responsibility, it's not in place. So in a sense, technology sort of becomes almost as an independent part of European cooperation, which is working and which is enabling, for example, North European countries send people back to Southern European countries also, and at the same time as they are not sharing in the responsibility and the solidarity with the southern parts of Europe. So, for example, Norway, which in 2016 deported over 8,000 people, deported almost 1,500 people through the Dublin Agreement and with the help of Eurodac system. What I think also is sort of concerning, reason for concern when it comes to the use of technology in the system is the increased access to the use of coercive measures, also on the EU level. For example, the use of detention for the purpose of identifying people in many European countries, and also increasing access to the use of force for the purpose of, for example, doubling in Eurodac. This has been critically addressed by some European institutions, such as, for example, the Agency for Fundamental Rights and the Libe Committee have been critical to that, yet in a sense, the technological systems such as Eurodac is so important to the European management of the asylum matters that these concerns have not been important enough to challenge the system. Another concern that sort of, I think, is connected to that is the increased connection of migration management and management of asylum with the use of measures that are basically or used to be served for the purpose of basically of crime control. Detention, which often resembles imprisonment, and also increasing use of definition of irregular migration as a matter of illegality rather than irregularity, and its association with the notion of criminality. So, in a sense, migration becomes increasingly defined not as a question of asylum and rights, but as a question of sort of security issues and criminal matters, which I think is an important challenge also to the rights of these populations, which are basically vulnerable populations. So in this context, I think it's important to address this connection between migration and illegality, asylum and illegality, and increased use of coercive measures for the purpose of controlling the fact that people wish to move to Europe or within European countries it should not be sort of ethically speaking a reason for penalization and for the use of coercive measures, which are usually reserved for the purpose of crime control, such as, for example, detention, enclosed institution, surveillance, imprisonment, and so on. So this is basically my main concern in this context, and also my main concern when it comes to the use of technology. It refers not only to the index system and Dublin Agreement, but also, for example, to the Schengen Agreement, which again is a technological system which greatly relies also on use of biometric technologies and so on, and which are geared towards sort of the mobility within European countries. I don't know, I think, see now that I've sort of reached my 8 minutes, and I think I'll sort of stop here, but I'd be happy to answer questions.
I'm speaking on the microphone so that you can listen to me. I hope you will be staying with us online.
Yes.
for the discussion afterwards. So thank you very much for now. We will have to switch computers again, so we will hang up on that one, and I will call you from mine so that you will continue being with us online. For the time being, thank you very much.
Thank you.